Ah, this is more like it. This is how it's supposed to be. Charging from mid-state of charge, 58%. It's only 7 degrees outside, and I'm getting 40 kilowatts. Much more like it. Or is it? Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Sunday morning, it's pretty early, it's 8:30, and I'm here at a Podpoint charger at a Lidl in the middle of Norwich. What on earth am I doing here at this time in the morning? Lots of tests actually. I was up very early and decided I'm coming into the city anyway, so I thought I'd come in an hour earlier and get some tests out of the way while there aren't very much traffic around. First test, as you've probably seen in some of my videos before, I've been having problems from cold charging on a rapid charger. So today I was in the same situation. I had mid-percent state of charge. I had 60 something when I left, 58 I think when I arrived at the charger. But today, rather than doing my normal drive to a charger, try and be economical with the car, all those sort of things, plug in and see what happens, that's what happened before. This time I drove pretty quick, and I was on and off the throttle a lot, putting a lot of regen in at regen level 3, basically trying to warm the battery up, and I wanted to see what charge rate I got here at the charger. And lo and behold, I've plugged in and I'm getting 40 kilowatts. So not quite full power yet, but it's risen up to 61% state of charge. Oh, I cannot believe that. I cannot believe that while doing this video, it just dropped from 40 down to 33 kilowatts at 61%. I really thought the driving quickly had actually done it, and the timing's incredible for doing this video at exactly that moment. So no, I've still got that cold charging problem. Even driving really quickly for 15, 17 miles, using lots and lots of regen as much as I can. I'm at 61% now, and it's only been charging for a few minutes, and it's risen from 58 to 61%. It was getting 40, 41 kilowatts during that time, but now it's dropped to 33, 34. It it obviously thinks it's still too cold. I didn't quite do the job on it that I needed to. Luckily, that's a higher rate than I'd experienced before, so it's better. So it definitely looks like warming the battery when you need to go and charge on a rapid charger in the morning from cold in mid states of charge. It definitely looks like warming the battery works to some degree. But yeah, I'm at 33, 34 kilowatts, and that's it. Oh, and now it's dropping some more. Oh no! Now we're down to 22, 23. That's exactly the same problem then. I have not warmed the battery up enough. So even driving 15 miles on and off the throttle, trying to regen, regenning up to 80 kilowatts, going in under regen as much as I can, it still hasn't warmed the battery enough. So it's 7 degrees C outside. Yeah, I'm still getting the same problem. Damn, that's not what I wanted to report at all. Interestingly, we'll see how long it takes to get to the 80% state of charge, because it doesn't appear to have increased the time to 80%, almost as if, like I've said before, it knew in advance that it was going to throttle down. Yeah, anyway, that's not really what I came to test. That was part of the test. The other test I was doing today was this Podpoint charger I'm at. I've only used it now twice. This is the second time. First time I used it, it cut out 3 times on me. And I persevered and kept persevering by calling up Podpoint to get it restarted every time. And Podpoint eventually said, oh, it's the car. The error we can see on the network says it's the car. Well, of course, the car said it was the charger. So it's one of those situations where it's unknown error, it disconnected, nobody actually is going to admit why or know why. I talked to somebody else on social media who's used this charge point before, and they've basically said try it without using the heater in the car. It could be that it's adding too much of a load. Well, today I shouldn't have a problem because it's throttling back, so that sort of test is out of the window as well. I was hoping to be charging, at 40 something kilowatts, and see whether having the heater off would actually mean I didn't disconnect from this charger after 15-20 minutes. So anyway, it's scuppered it all really. I'm charging at 22 kilowatts. I'm going to be here longer than I thought. that's a shame, because it means I've got to wait an extra probably quarter of an hour than what I could have waited if I'd have been charging at 40 kilowatts plus throughout the charge. And of course I'm not going to know whether this Podpoint is going to cut out or not, because I'm not drawing full charge. I suppose I can say if it doesn't cut out now after 20-25 minutes, then it must be to do with how much the car is drawing off the charger, and therefore charging at these lower rates means it's all okay. But blooming annoying. There was a Tesla next to me just charging up a minute ago on the CHAdeMO, and what's the betting they weren't throttled back massively like this to 22 kilowatts. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't want this to be a rant about Hyundai and bloomin' coal charging. It's bloomin' annoying. You know, why do I get this and other people don't necessarily? I suppose you have to charge the car when it's warm, and that's it. And that is an inconvenience, because I don't want to do that. I want to charge when I want to charge. I was free this morning to go and do this, and now I've got to sit here for half an hour at 22 kilowatts coming into the car. So yeah, this is a rant video. It wasn't supposed to be. I'm not going to prove whether this Podpoint cuts out correctly, and I'm not going to prove that going on and off the throttle over 15 miles as quickly as you can is going to warm your battery up enough from 7 degrees C outside to get a nice quick charge from 50-something% to the 72-73% before it starts throttling. That's a real shame. Why am I charging? Anyway, why have I come out Sunday morning? Well, you know, the lack of traffic. Well, one, I wanted to make sure I got the charge. I want to do some tests on Mousehold Hill. I want to test doing that drive in regen and doing it in coasting, and then the same going back up the hill, so I can understand truly on a single test whether using coasting uphill or coasting downhill, whether that gives better efficiency than using regen on the car. And that when you're driving in the Kona Electric and you're in regen and you're not foot off the throttle, you're still driving normally. You can feel a resistance. You can still feel like there's regen on, almost as if the brake's on and you're powering through it. And when you go into coasting mode with no regen, the car feels really loose and easy. So my thought process is, if you're driving normally on a straight, flat road or uphill, and you're in a regen mode, is that adding a load to your car, or is it actually just how it feels and it's no different at all, and it's the same efficiency as if you're driving in coasting? So I want to determine the difference, see how much of a difference it is, and this one hill, I think, will be a great almost test track for that, because it's about a couple of miles long, I'm guessing, and it's continual down or continual up. So I should be able to select a regen level that basically I can just keep regenning all the time on the way down, a little on the throttle when it flattens out, and then regen again. And going uphill, again, there's going to be no flattening out. It's going to be completely uphill. So for that couple of mile test, and if I reset at the bottom and reset at the top every time, I reckon I'll get some decent test results. And if it's the same, then brilliant. You don't have to worry what regen mode you're in and swap around when you're going uphill or downhill or on a flat, etc. But if it does give different results, then yeah, I'll be interested to know what they are. I'll sign off now and call that a day on this video. So yeah, I've come out and tried again on the cold charging situation, and that's what we'll use this video for. And the next one that I post, hopefully that'll be about the regen test of coasting and regen. So see you again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.